or يعقل حد خسنيس. This is what we would say in my language. This literally means that when we are in chaos or in panic, we're gonna do crazy stuff that we will not believe that we are doing it. So for this, I'm working in the drought, but impact in the people in North Africa. But in these regions, we don't have data. We cannot sense how people feel these crises and how they face these situations. And here I remember my grandmother, Ai, where whenever we are facing a situation, we have these songs. Ayaqi sawalen, sawalen, and that tamut vavat yoma. This is about a grain that can talk and can give us solutions. This grain we call al-qamh al-balyuni. It is selected to face drought. Drought. How we think about drought? In my region before, we were thinking that drought is caused by injustice to God and our relationship to God. So if we behave good with God, we don't have drought. If we are good, if we are not, we will have drought. And this comes from a mythology of Anzar, which is the god of rain, that once wanted to get married with a girl of the village, and she didn't want, so he got mad and he left. Now, this region became Muslim, so they believe in Allah, and what they do when they feel drought, they do rain prayers. And these rain prayers come through a call from Ministries of Religious Affairs in the media. And here we go. My prayers may be going good. What this data can tell me? Does this data can tell us about how people feel locally about drought? When they raise their concern to God, maybe we can hear them. So what I started to do, I started to collect all these dates when these people performed the rain prayer, called for the rain prayer and performed the rain prayer. And here in this plot, I'm plotting the data I collected from 2012 to 2023 in all the Maghreb region, which is Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria. And what's interesting is like, we see that it's connected with the winter cereal growing cycles, which is rain-fed. So when these people feel like they need rain for their food production, they perform rain prayers if there is drought. But this drought, we can see that these events of rain prayer have been coming more and more and more in this region. So what I did was, okay, this rain prayer correspond to what we see from science as drought. So I looked at SPI, which is one of the indicators, and I looked in this period where the growing cycle is happening. So there is some years there in 2018 where there were no rain prayer events. Everything is good. I mean, you know. And when they were very high drought, so they were rain prayer data. So perhaps we don't need science anymore, or we don't need satellite data anymore, and we can just look at what these people are doing locally and their traditions and what they were believing in. But if we look at this, it doesn't make sense anymore, because we need to link the two situations, link our science that we are seeing, that is dramatic, and the people experience. And I was thinking that how I came up to this is because I just was looking where I'm coming from and where everyone is coming from. People have been doing adaptation. They were looking at their environment, and they were listening to their experiences and where they're coming from. And I believe, by the end, that if we work together, like these women from my village, to solve their problem by integrating everyone and remembering that we are human, working with human for humans. Thank you.